Today is a great, wonderful, amazing, incredible day because it's a Finland day. Visiting Finland's most underrated city, Tampere, is awesome. Without further ado, let's get into this reaction. Let's go.
Right, today we are taking the train to Tampere. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly.
He said that better than me. I said Tampere. So he said Tampere. Tampere. Nah, he raised it was kind of Italian or Spanish sounding. Tampere. I feel like it's got Tampere. Because you guys are very like, you roll your R's. And I don't know if I said that correctly. Maybe he said it more correctly than I did. We don't know. In English, it looks like Tampere or Tampere. But
to go to Nokia Arena because so many of you guys have told us that Nokia Arena is the hottest ticket in the whole country for Finnish hockey. But before we go there, I want to show you guys two things here in Helsinki that to me are tremendously unique, meaning we've never seen them in any other country, and also very interesting sort of historical and cultural things before we jump on the train. So let's go.
He's still in Helsinki.
I guess it's always Christmas in Finland. Lots of Santa Claus souvenir shops all around here.
It's the home of Santa Claus. And so we've come to this very unique looking building behind me, which at first glance sort of looks like a museum of geology or maybe an archaeological dig. But as you go inside, you'll see that it is a fully functioning church with some familiar aspects, the rows and rows of pews and a huge...
That is pretty awesome. I think I've seen this church. I could be wrong, but is this the church where they have the rock and roll concert? Remember that video? If you've seen my video, there's a video I did of heavy metal like gospel. I'm guessing heavy metal Christian music, and they were performing. And I feel like the church looked a bit like this. Could be wrong, but yeah. I feel like I've seen it before, but it's absolutely stunning. Look at... It's in a rock. It's like built in a rock.
Huge organ on one side, but what's unique about it is it is built inside one gigantic piece of rock. So they've excavated through this massive rock so that all of the walls of the church are one solid piece of stone. It's really impressive and unique inside. And I love the way they've left the vertical lines in the stone of the gigantic excavation equipment that was sort of breaking through the rock. Has a real rough and sort of rugged vibe to it, almost medieval inside. Even some of the stone is shiny because there's water dripping in. Has a very interesting feel in there. And then when they broke through the rock, the small pieces they gathered, they stacked on top to make the wall a little higher and then put a low sort of dome on top with a copper ceiling. It's something unique and memorable for us. We've never seen anything like it. Now, you might have heard that Finnish people love heavy metal. They have this reputation in the world, and their love for heavy metal extends into the church. So you can imagine going to mass.
I knew that was the church. As soon as I saw it, I was like, that looks like the heavy metal church that I saw in a video. And I'm correct.
In the rock church behind me, and the traditional hymns that they perform at mass, they do it to the music of heavy metal in something known as metal mass.
Metal mass. I watched a video on that. As you probably are aware from all like the music that I've reacted to, the Eurovision and stuff, which has done really well. I like various types of music. You saw my Norway reaction. I love rock music. I do. I really do. It's so energizing. It's so fun. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of music just in general. It's my first love. And yeah, I would absolutely go to metal mass. I would absolutely go to metal mass. I wouldn't say I'm religious. But I grew up a Christian. I grew up going to church. My mum's very religious. My mum still goes to church and worships. And I'd say it's still in me. I say it's somewhere, but I'm not a practicing Christian at all. But I would appreciate this. I think this is awesome.
Which is a real unique twist on something we've seen a lot, because as travel vloggers, we go to churches and we have had this experience in many countries, but we've never seen a church inside of a rock excavation. And the image in my head of heavy metal rock guitars on the traditional hymns, it's something totally unique and very memorable for us. So I guess there's a class trip here of some local Finnish kids.
School trip.
Learning the history. I guess it was Finnish construction in the 60s by two local brothers who won some awards because it's totally unique architecture and quite nice for us. So let's keep going.
I do like Helsinki.
All right, so next up we've come to Senate Square, which is really prime real estate for a statue here in Helsinki, because on top of the hill we have Helsinki Cathedral, which is massive on the outside and surprisingly big when you go inside. And to my understanding, it's still in use today, meaning there are regular worshippers and mass. And seeing as it's up on top of the hill, it provides a pretty good viewpoint for not only the government palace, but also one of the main buildings in Helsinki University. And so these three buildings are all pointing inwards and looking at
it's so quiet
this statue.
as well. Like, for a capital city, how quiet is Helsinki? Proper chill. Really chill. I think I'd really like Helsinki. You know why? Because it's still, like, it's not overwhelming. It doesn't seem like it's an overwhelming city, but you're still in the capital. That means there's still loads of things to do and facilities. It's big enough to, you know, feel big enough. Does that make sense? I don't know if I made sense there. But I'm looking forward to going to Helsinki for sure. Yeah.
Statue where you'd expect to see a Finnish hero, but in fact this man is very Russian. And so the brief history of Finland tells us that for hundreds and hundreds of years Finland was under the sort of emperor or empire of Sweden, and then in the early 1800s the Russian Empire took over. And so as you can imagine, there was a growing sentiment of, hey, we are not Swedish people and we are not Russian people, we are in fact Finnish people. And so believe it or not, this man, Alexander II, who was the Russian emperor, who was also the Grand Duke of Finland, sort of by default, he was very sympathetic to this growing Finnish nationalism. During his reign, Finland got their own currency, as well as they elevated the language of Finnish to be the national language. And more importantly, he made a lot of policies that sort of fostered the development of what would ultimately become the sovereignty of Finland. And so it's interesting
Good
to
on
me
him.
because...
Okay. And he was Russian. That's actually, like, that's a really interesting story. So it's a Russian person that, well, he was the emperor. He you know, was in control. But then he realized, oh, no, you guys have your own identity. That's good. That's good. That's a good history. That's why you have him in your square.
Because based on many conversations I've had with Finnish people in the past few weeks, I think if there were a statue here of a more modern Russian leader, the Finnish people would not react very well at all. And so it's sort of interesting that with a reputation for a pacifist foreign policy, as well as being a guy who always avoided war and really sought peace, you can really have quite a good reputation. And for a bit of a North American connection, Alexander II is also the guy who sold Alaska to the United States with the same thing in mind of avoiding armed conflict and just sort of wanting to keep peace. And so it's very interesting to me that a Russian man is, I guess, a Finnish hero, seeing on the location of the statue, and at the very least he played an integral role in the sort of development of the modern and sovereign nation of Finland. So something very interesting for me, and I want...
That's good to know. I got an American telling me, I'm learning here from an American. How good. That's awesome. I like that he's a pacifist. I like that he was seeking out peace before war. I didn't know that about Alaska. Was Alaska part of, like, the Russian Empire?
I wanted to mention it. And with that being said, let's go to Tampere, where maybe there'll be some sunshine.
Tampere.
Let's go to the train station.
I think it's Tampere.
And so I guess the train station is under a bit of renovation now, which is probably not the first time it's been renovated, considering it was first built in 1862.
Wow.
Our breakfast before we get on the train today at this little cute cafe. Not sure what I'm having here.
What is that?
Let's try.
If you can let me know in the comment section what this is, I would like to know. I've never seen anything like it. Looks like it's filled with like potato and certain vegetables and onions and carrots and whatever, and it's wrapped in a pastry. It's just an interesting shape.
Looks like potatoes and carrots inside.
Yeah, potatoes and carrots. Almost looks like rice a little bit. Survey says.
Very good. And some kind of like crust on top.
Actually, it looks good.
Kind of like pastry. Ooh, I think it has salmon. It's kind of like a salmon soup in a pastry.
You guys love salmon. You guys love salmon, and I'm here for it because I love salmon as well. Salmon must be quite affordable in Finland because you eat so much of it. Salmon is so expensive in England. Oh my god. Salmon is expensive. It's expensive in Asia as well. So, yeah, let me know what the salmon is like price-wise in your country.
Pastry form.
Ah, got it.
Very good.
Good one.
I like it.
And so I guess this is the end of the line. Only one way to go. It's me, or that's a big train?
Big train.
Very big.
I was literally just going to say, big
2
train.
floors. Downstairs
It's a
and
double-decker
upstairs,
train.
And we'll be upstairs. We're going up.
Wait, what? You have double-decker trains? We don't have double-decker trains in the UK. What? Okay. That's so weird. Pretty awesome, but really weird.
Right here? Good.
So if you have like tunnels, they must have like the capacity for that height. I think because in the UK we have so many train tunnels that we just can't have trains that are that tall. They just won't fit through our old tunnels. Maybe you don't have tunnels, or maybe the tunnels you have are really, really tall. Looks
So
like a
it's
very
pretty nice. I
clean
guess my
train.
green jacket is matching very nicely.
True.
And even come with a Hesburger tray. Thank you very much. 2 hours, right?
2 hours.
Not bad.
Yes.
Yeah, before you know it.
Okay,
Comfy?
that's not bad. So let's see if it's worth visiting, because obviously when I go to Finland, I will be going to Helsinki, and I will be going to, oh my god, guys, jog my memory. Helsinki and Turku. I had to think. Yeah, I will be going to those 2 places. So let me know if Tampere. I'm butchering the name. Let me know if that's somewhere I should go. Well, we'll see in this video. 2 hours isn't bad though.
Plug for laptop.
Ah, very nice.
Oh, now, is there free Wi-Fi on the Finnish train?
I think not.
Free Wi-Fi doesn't have any sign of free Wi-Fi.
But it does have a laptop plug, which is pretty good.
Yeah, very good.
By the way, we have a major development in the train ride.
We got Wi-Fi, everybody, and it's
Free
working.
Wi-Fi, and it's working great.
Good.
Best train ever.
That's a good train. Free Wi-Fi.
Our train snacks. Oh, thank you.
And you say I never buy you anything.
Thanks,
I will
babe.
be trying Hesburger. I need to know what the fuss is about, and whether it's better than McDonald's. In your opinion, is it better than McDonald's? I'm gonna do a video on Hesburger. just realized I'm gonna do a video comparing Hesburger to McDonald's and see what people say.
Oh man, that looks lame.
It doesn't lame though.
Is it good? Is it good?
It's like a sad
It's
burger.
not bad.
I tell you what, if you looked out the window here and you said this was Canada, I'd believe you. The sort of frozen farms with the trees in between looks very similar to the train rides when you leave Toronto on the way to Coburg or something.
Well, he's from a cold
We made
country
it.
as well.
Tampere.
And in Canada, I reckon Canada gets as much snow as probably Finland and Sweden and you guys. We don't get as much snow as you lot. And it's getting warmer. Oh, it's getting warmer. England's getting warmer. England, I wouldn't say is the same. When I was growing up as a kid, there was snow. You had a lot of snow, like colder days and just a lot more snow. We just hardly get snow now. Global warming is a real thing, and I think it affects England a lot because of England's position as an island, and we're very affected by the Gulf Stream or whatever. We're affected by climate change heavily because of where we are, and we're getting some extreme weather and heat. Like as last month, like England had not last month, a couple of weeks ago, it was like 25 degrees centigrade. Like, what do you mean? We're in early spring. We're talking April, end of April, and you're getting like 25 degrees. It makes no sense. So, yeah, that's enough about climate change.
I guess they put gravel here.
Oh, yeah. Make it hard to
not great
roll.
for rolling suitcases.
Yeah.
All right, final review of our first Finnish train experience. Listen, there's a sign in there that says we're going 160 kilometers an hour, but you could have fooled me because it is so exceedingly quiet in there. There's no wind noise or track noise. Felt like we were just going along pretty slowly, but we are here in an hour and a half, so it must be about 160 kilometers an hour, which is pretty nice. I do sort of regret bringing a very crunchy apple because I felt like everybody could hear me eating.
No.
Pro tip, bring a banana. In any case, there is a vehicle on the train where you can buy
Very
food.
quiet.
We didn't try any.
It's probably not just that it's quiet as a train in terms of the noise outside, but quiet inside, because knowing Finnish people, you guys like to be quite quiet and silent. So I can imagine you could hear a pin drop in there.
Although it looked pretty good. We saw some pasta and veggie dish. Coffee and stuff.
We had our Hesburger.
We had our Hesburgers and apples, and the Wi-Fi worked the entire way.
True. Yes.
Didn't drop once, which is pretty impressive. So good Finnish train experience. Okay, let's go to our accommodation and then we'll hit the town. Oh, look at this. This is a train station right there. Right? You see?
Right.
Cool. It's right there. Nokia Arena.
Oh!
The reason we came. It's right there.
Can't be a big town then.
And now for the €70 or so
Not bad.
per night room tour. I'll write the price on the screen because I'm doing some conversion in my head, but something like €70 a night. It is a small space, but it's clearly been freshly renovated. We've got the washing machine.
For one person, I wouldn't be mad at that. Like 70 euros for one night. It's not that bad.
Which we need, and everything is kind
I
of
reckon I could get somewhere even cheaper than this.
clean and nice. You can see the floors are all brand new. Almost looks like a studio apartment here, but there is a kitchen around the corner, and you can see the countertops and everything. Quite nice, and for us, more than manageable. Now, I wanted to show you guys the Finnish radiator, because this is not the first time I've seen it, and I know it's a bit random, but I've never seen a radiator like this. It's so thin, it almost looks like a plasma screen TV. It's so
What? Americans are funny. It looks like a normal radiator to me. We have the exact same ones in the UK. How thick are their radiators in America? I mean Canada, sorry. Sorry, I forget he's from Canada. But I don't know what he's looking at. To me, this looks like a radiator.
so thin, and it is the same thing you've seen before, but hot water radiator. But I can't tell if it's a new thing that they've added in or if it's so old and it's just this way. But it is a totally unique radiator. Also, Finnish windows tend to be double pane glass. I think it's for insulation they do this. But if you look, there's a second kind of pane out here, glass. And then the blinds go in the middle. So
yeah, that's unique to y'all. We don't have those in the UK.
I guess one benefit is you don't have to clean the blinds. They're in between two panes of glass. They do work like normal blinds, but I think it's for insulation purposes because it's freezing cold out there and it's super warm in here. Yes. Sleek radiators and double insulated windows. Come on, living the dream in Finland. Anyway, let's hit the streets because I'm hungry and I heard this is a chicken wing town.
Let's go.
And I'm a chicken wing kind of guy.
Chicken Wing Town. Oh, I have to go now. I have to go. Okay, naked statue.
Look no further for evidence. It's very cold out here. Okay. Tell you what, nice looking building, but even better. Look at the
That's so
train going by.
funny.
Nice mural, no? A bit of friction on the tires there. I mean, on the wheels. But still, nice looking.
It looks similar to Helsinki, like a smaller version.
Uh-oh.
From videos I've watched of
Men only car.
Is it?
Helsinki.
No
I think it's a
way.
band. I think it's a funny shot for a band.
Anyway, we have came to the city center. This is the main square. It looks very quiet here on a like winter Sunday.
Someone told me in the comments that there's two countries. There's Finland in the summer and Finland in the winter. So maybe we got to come back in the summer. Maybe not
Right,
this summer.
right.
We're very busy, but you can imagine this place will be full of people in the summer.
Yes, I think so.
Cafes and sort of a lively place.
Like lots of events going on.
I think so.
Yeah.
Some nice looking buildings. I'm gonna venture on a limb and say this building is done in the Art Nouveau style. I say that because it's like 25% uglier than all the other buildings.
What?
This one clearly better with the exposed brick on top of the windows.
Really?
I think it's much more beautiful. And then to the right again, for me, the top building with the high arching windows and the gray roof, that's a nice looking building.
That's a beautiful building.
Although to be clear, my journey into architecture is just beginning. So I don't know too much.
For
But,
me, they all look beautiful actually.
Art Nouveau.
No, I like it. Come on, it's
Very
nice.
gingerbread and not so...
I like it.
Very gingerbread.
Too new for me. Anyway, I think we should make a plan to come back in the summer because it will be really
Yes, I
happening
think
there.
we'll come back in the summertime.
Fair.
Also in the winter time to visit Santa Claus. Like Christmas time.
Yeah, we're here in March, which is one of the lowest
Yeah,
seasons.
we're
but
in March.
The trip has been so good strictly because of hockey. I have no regrets.
Yes, that's
We're in
right.
like the lowest season for tourism.
Yes.
There you have it. Okay, let's eat, no?
Yes.
Yeah, see, I'm assuming this is also Art Nouveau style. And even this brown one on the corner. Could be wrong,
I
I'm
like
still
it.
learning. But the thing is, it doesn't look old and it doesn't look new. It just looks weird.
I think that's my favorite building so far here.
Your
The
favorite one?
yellow and red.
That one's
is
a bit like a
very
castle,
pretty.
kind of good looking, but
Yeah.
I'm an exposed brick man myself. Or give me like a gothic or a neo-gothic, I'm in for that.
Look at that church.
Do me a favor. Google, check. What is the architectural style of this building?
It is neo-Gothic.
Did you check?
Yes.
Neo-Gothic is the answer. So nice church.
It is nice, but I also like the other style. Look at this. It is beautiful. And for me, with this kind of weather, it's kind of...
It's giving... I don't know what it's giving. It's not giving Christmas. I was going to say it's giving Christmas, but it's not. It's just a beautiful church.